And good evening from the Rock Garden. This is Quincy High Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman. It's the first trip of the season as the Blue Devils travel up here to Rocky. And, of course, we were here last year at the end of the season. And, of course, these Rocks stopped the Blue Devils from being undefeated on the season. This team would like to come up here, but this team has reloaded since last year. Very good ball team, and it'll be a great look out here. Of course, the girls won last night up here, 51-47 in a close game. And in the first game out here tonight, the prelim, the Rocks won 65-39. And joining me again tonight, Coach Pettit's up here. And, Coach, this is a marquee, especially for a game, mainly because the Rocks are loaded, and they're a heck of a ball team.
Well, the way I look at this, you've got a 28-6 team from last year, and they added a point guard and a 6'8 center, to go along with two all-conference players. So, yeah, I tell you what, this is a team, when you look at it, if everybody stays healthy and they come together as a team, because obviously you're putting a couple more different players in with the group that you had last year. If they can somehow mesh, and this is a team that I think can compete, to get down the state. That's how good this team will be.
And, of course, the Blue Devils are working on a new squad, and we're working out of injuries, so it'll be an interesting, if we can just, you really got to believe that this is a wide open game where Rocky's ahead by a certain amount of points that Blue Devils have to play their top-notch game.
Well, yeah, it's going to be, Rocky comes in averaging 101 points a game and giving up 25.5. Obviously, the competition they were playing probably wasn't very good. Blue Devils come in at 57, points per game and 52. Now, hopefully we got some kids coming back tonight, but it's one of those things to where we're a little bit overmatched right now because, our team, a couple of freshmen, 3 sophomores, juniors getting a lot of playing time. This is going to be a work in process for the Blue Devils this year.
And, of course, this is the Mecca pregame show. Feel free if you want to sponsor it out there. And, by the way, we're sitting in very close quarters out here. And, of course, it's the Mecca Mobile Studio brought to you by Sleep Tight, better bed, less money in Jacksonville and Quincy. Hey, when we return, it'll be Coach's comments. We'll hear from Andy Douglas, and then we'll be getting closer to game time, which is the Quincy High Blue Devils and the Rocks right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at YouTube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Time for the coach's comments. Powered by Kunis Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. And with me, Andy Douglas, head coach of the Quincy High Blue Devils. And, Coach, we're beyond the Thanksgiving tournament, the craziness, the snow. Thank you to Chris Klingel, Isaac Miller, you, and all the people that made the changes. Glad it's behind us.
Yeah, it takes a lot to run a tournament. It took even more to pull this off this year with everything that was thrown at us, from team dropping out to team leaving early due to weather. There's a lot that went into it this year, but got a couple games in. Sophomores got a game in, and now we're back at conference play.
And, of course, it's a weekend on the road. Rocky to start off, and then Deerfield. But before we get to that, we had a week of practice. How'd the week go?
Up and down. It was up and down. These guys are slowly learning what it takes to play at a level this high against competition like we're going to see tonight, like we're going to see tomorrow night. There's a lot that goes into, preparing for a team like Rock Island, preparing for a team like Deerfield, or any of the other teams that we're going to see on our schedule. So, learning to every drill that we do has to be at an all-time high. Our energy has to be at an all-time high, and it's not an easy thing to do with any group. When you're talking about high school kids, teenage kids, with the amount of things that go on in their lives. So we got to be able to slow down 2 hours, however long we're in practice, get the most out of it. And we had a couple really good practices, but also a couple that, weren't so good.
Was there anything specific that you worked on this week?
Well, number one, preparing for Rocky, and not just Rocky, but a lot of the teams that we're going to see. Transition defense has got to be better for us. We do a poor job of communicating in the half court, and even a worse job doing it in the full court. And that's something that is not an easy thing to do. You say, hey, everybody needs to talk. You think it'd be easy? Not so much. It's tough, especially when you're tired. So for us, it's being able to get back in transition, plug the paint. We worked a lot of defense, man to defense. We worked a lot of zone defense, and then a lot of just basic execution of what we do offensively.
And last week in the postgame, I talked about this group maybe running more sets than the old groups. It really wasn't a knock that we didn't run sets. It just we had more talent where guys could run one-on-one, two-man games, different stuff instead of running through a whole offense.
Yeah, and if you were at practice yesterday, I think I ripped up every one of my offensive sets that we had for this group, and we have to focus on the basics. So if we can't run our initial offense, what we want to get out of, our Princeton offense, chin, point series, low post, if we can't do that well, there's no way that we're going to be able to run anything else, and we found that out the hard way this week.
Of course, last year we got them down at home. Last game of the season here, don't want to bring it up, but, they had a heck of a game and stopped us from the undefeated season. This year we come in here, they've got a loaded team, and they're even more after the addition to Abby from Moline and the Riverdale kid.
Yeah, they're loaded. I mean, this will be the best Rocky team we've seen in a long time with the dynamic duo that they got in. A great point guard that can get from, he can run all day long, tries to push it in transition, get things going, gets to the paint with ease, and then a big now, 6'8" kid that is athletic enough to do a lot of things offensively and a lot of things defensively.
Well, let's get out. First game of the conference, play well, and then good luck on the way up to Deerfield. Have a safe trip.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. And that's Andy Douglas. His comments are, of course, brought to you by the QHS Auto Group, faith, family, and giving back. When we come out of the pregame, it's time for Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style, right here in Rocky. You got it on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
This stream is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecca Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MeccaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
QHS Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit QHS Honda.
And QHS Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit QHS Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how QHS makes it easy.
And welcome back to Rocky. Jeff Wellman here along with Coach Dave Pettit. We're getting close here. It's the Mecca Sports pregame show here. And, Coach, of course, Andy Douglas was shouting a message there, and we didn't get to hear it, which is okay. We'll share with you some of the fun tonight, maybe later on next week out here. But we know it's going to be a tough matchup for this team tonight. We know we're going to have to play our best basketball, and that's to stay in the game as well.
Well, I'm just looking at, my keys to the game here. I think the first key for the Blue Devils is going to be tempo. They're averaging 57 a game. They're averaging 101. Rocky wants to get up and down the floor as fast as they can every trip. So we need to, get the tempo, to where it's going to be 65-point game. If we do that, it'll make it tough on Rocky. Don't want to go up and down. You want to take care of the ball, as far as turnovers go, because that's what's going to fuel Rock Island, on their fast break is deflections and going the other way with the basketball, and limit the offensive rebounds. If I remember right last year, this is an offensive group that likes to shoot the three, and obviously if you miss the three, it's going to be a long rebound. So you got to make sure the opposite side wings are blocked out so you don't give them the opportunity.
And a good team, like we said, they were a good team last year. You mentioned Zulu as a
Great
heck of a
team.
ball player,
Oh,
Marshall.
yeah.
And then you add Abby and their kid from Riverdale. I'm just like,
Eris Morgan.
Wow, it's just a loaded, so it
Well,
should be
yeah,
fun.
and usually they've got a lot of dudes. They run in and out with the guards to, keep the pressure up, because they're going to come out man-to-man, get in your face, and make it tough.
Kind of like the girls' team. Coach Hall, I did see him in the line down there in the concession. We got to chat, and they tried to hit him up for a 50-50 raffle. And he said, I don't have any money. I go, Coach, I got $2 for you. Here you go. He wanted to share it with me. I go, hey, if you win, I want to see you at half court, with this afterwards. So good man out there. Yeah, it should be great. Again, you add those two players on this team. It's going to be a load here. It looks like we got I forgot if the lights, if they changed anything here. By the way, the reason we're a little bit late is the Hall of Fame. And, of course, one of those was a player, hell of a basketball player here, and I can use that terminology. Went on to the University of Cincinnati. Coach has a lot more on him than I do, but overseas as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Pete Michael was a tenacious defender for Huggy Bear over with the Cincinnati Bearcats when, they were very, very good. I mean, he got after it. He could guard everywhere. And then I found out tonight that he played at Indian Hills and took them to 2 national championships, and Indian Hills is a storied junior college program.
Of course, very familiar with Quincy because Tim Walsh got up there and was an assistant for years and then became the head coach as well. But, yeah, they brought in a lot of heck of players.
Oh, man.
One of the top programs out here.
Well, you got them. You got Moberly. You've got – I mean, there's those programs that you look at and every year they're right there ready to go.
Back in the day, Norm Stewart used to bring players in for Moberly. In fact, there was a guy when they played John Wood and it was a lefty, 6'8" white kid shooting threes at 30 foot away. And I thought, oh, my goodness. So, yes, but Hall of Fame tonight here. They had 5 or 6 inductees, so congratulations to those Hall of Famers. And as we get ready here, we'll get close to the national anthem. I expect more. Of course, Coach Pettit said before, this ain't the 5,000 before. Of course, they renovated the gym like Quincy did. You don't have as many fans. But as good as this team is, the lower level's okay, but Quincy fans are on the other side there, and they've got a good crowd.
Well, the lower level's full. But I remember when it used to be full all the way up
and
top.
You know who would remember that as well? I sent him a message earlier today, and that's Keith Douglas. Slick, he'll tell you all about coming up here and maybe never losing. Out there. And by the way, when I send a message out there, a message to Mrs. Douglas, the matriarch of the family, and we got the national anthem here. And that was our national anthem up here at Rocky. I like my nice easy chair here, Coach. Of course, Brock and I both have an. I might get comfortable and fall asleep up here. As we get ready now, first of all, we're going to have the starting lineups. By the way, if you'd like to sponsor these starting lineups, give Coach Petter and myself a call. We'll get you all lined up there. Devils wearing their home white trimmed, or home blue, home. How about away? Away blue trimmed in white. We're going to start.
Well, Rocky's easy. You got number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There you go. I'll have that. For the Devils, they will start number 4, Jacob Salisbury. He's a senior, 5'11". Trace Ruth, the senior, number 13. He's 6'3". He'll be out there. Thomas Woodson, Jr. Thomas had a good tournament. By the way, Ruth and Woodson, all tournaments. He's a sophomore, 6'6". He'll wear number 14. And then rounding out the starting lineup, number 20, Jules Clausel. And I will call him Jules at time to time because like a jewel, he can be that. And Jules and Jules, so I'm not pronouncing it wrong, folks. And he's a sophomore at 5'11". And I didn't see who the last starter was before they shut the lights off, Coach. Do you remember who the last Quincy High?
No.
I'll pick that up a second. By the way, the Devils are coached by Andy Douglas, Bruce Bonas, Ryan Brown, and, of course, Jeff Obert. Now the Rocks, their home white, trimmed in, you got it, that red and gold, red and yellow if you must. Starting the lineup, number 1, the transfer from Moline, Arthur Abbey, 5'9", junior. Avion Thomas, the 5'10", senior. He'll wear number 2. He'll be the other starter. Number 3, Lawson Zulu, heck of a player, 6 foot senior. Devin Marshall, a 6'2" junior. And Eris Morgan, the 6'8" senior transfer from Riverdale across the river. Of course, the head coach, Mark Polite. And looking back last year, we talked about it. The 2 games, of course, at home. Ben Go, he, of course, graduated, I believe. He had 19 the first game. Marshall had 9, and Zulu had 9. But up here, Zulu went for 26, Marshall for 14, and Go had 9. And they were pretty good. And then add +2. Hey, also, shout out to Steve Brooks out on the West Coast, probably listening. And Steve is very excited. The St. Lucie University soccer team has advanced really deep into the postseason. Tanner Anderson with a couple of key goals out there. You know him from Notre Dame. And when I talk soccer, a shout out to Matt Longo as well. Get well, you big turkey. And we are ready to get going here. Better get rid of my thing up here because I need to keep a book. Glad you're with us here. I'll talk more about our scoreboard there on the screen in a second. Devils automatically get it in and a quick bucket. Clausel starts off for the Devils.
And Blue Devils started out in their signature 1-2-2.
I always like
well,
to get
last year it wasn't signature, but.
Yeah, no doubt. Shot missed. Trace Ruth gets the rebound for the Devils, but then trying to pass Jules, throws it away. Ball's on the floor. Nice job, Woodson. Way to get on the floor. On the line, though, and the Devils got it, so we'll turn it over, but we love guys who get dirty on the floor.
Yeah, I tell you what, the 50-50 get balls this game are going to be very, very important, especially if it's a close game.
Inside, nice pass inside. Cutting to the basket was Zulu, and we are tied 2-2, and Rocky will come out into full court action. First break we get, I'll tell you all about our new scoreboard. We loved having it up there. Devils in the half-court set. Backdoor cut. Great job. Ruth was right there, but to Salisbury on the right for 3, no good. I like the one extra pass. Trace would have had to do a reverse, but I think he'd have been fine.
Great pass by Clausel on the first set.
Devils get a steal on a bad pass down.
Another great
Rocks
pass.
Inside. Good job and a great job of Woodson controlling his body. Devils up 4-2 early in this one. Jeff Wellman, Dave Pettit. And as I told you down there, I got to remember new numbers here. After you get locked into guys for 4 years, it's a whole new game. Rocks in the half-court set. Devils in that 1-2-2. Oh, a great job of anticipating by Salisbury. All the way in. Count it. Nice job, Jacob.
Can't make that cross-court pass against that 1-2-2. 2 rows going to pick that off and go the other way.
Nicely done there. Clausel at the point, as he mentioned. In row number 2. Salisbury on one side. Clausel on the other. Deep is Ruth and Woodson. Driving baseline. Rocky, turnaround, shot, no good. Weak side, Clausell. Shot was missed there by Marshall. Devils come down the right side. In the right corner. Griffiths is in the game, by the way. Tim, number 32. Ruth, nice spin move by Ruth. Floater off the rim a couple times. Woodson's fighting. Woodson gets it. Kicks it back out. Devils reset.
Rebounding is all effort, and there was good effort on Woodson on that set.
Ruth has it top of the key. Man-to-man coming from the Rocks. Will work right side to Woodson. Crossover dribble. Good move. Good no look, but down a little low for Griffith to grab it around his knees, but you got to catch that and take it hard. We played 2.5 in this one. Sorry I don't have a scoreboard from behind. Zulu with the bucket. Was that a 2, Coach? Yes,
yep.
It was. 6-4. Devils still with a lead here early in this ball game. In that 1-2-2-3 quarter court. Rocks take it away. All the way down court. Shot. And they're called a blocking. Salisbury tried to take the Jeremiah or the charge. Instead, got there a little late. First foul of the game, and it'll be an and one.
Get back to one of my points. Got to take care of the basketball. That was a lazy pass. Got stolen, went down, had an easy look at the basket.
Marshall on the basket. He'll have a chance at a 3 here. The old-fashioned way. And does. Rocky takes the lead 7-6 and steals the ball inbounds. Got to protect it. Coach talked about that as one of the keys. Can't make mistakes in this ball game. Thomas goes back up high. Back to the left side to Zulu. Zulu will fire. No. Long rebound. Clausell reached out off the fingertips, and Rocky gets it into their own basket. Devils sub, and here comes a couple subs here. One we've been anticipating. And that's the big man, number 54, Brendan Lepper. His first high school action for a Blue Devil. Griffith's still in the lineup. Jewell stays in. Woodson's in as well. Can't see who's on that far
So we
base
got
side.
2 freshmen and 2 sophomores in there right now.
Who's on that far side? Is that not Beeston? Down low, the little one, guard. I couldn't see that far, Coach. Sorry about that. In the corner, Rocky shoots the ball. 3-pointer from the corner. Arthur Abbey. 7-point run by the Rocks. And the Rocks lead this one 10-6. And another steal. Devils can't protect the basketball. Shot's no good. Rebounded. Rocks take it back up. Rocks score. And that was Morgan on the basket. And Coach Douglas wants to call a timeout. 4:30 left in the first quarter. 12-6, we find ourselves down. We'll take a quick break, and we're back. It's Blue Devil basketball right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
And welcome back after the timeout there.
Good timeout by Coach Douglas, to stop the bleeding and, have the kids refocus. Because these last baskets have been off of turnovers. We got to take care of the basketball.
On the inbounds, Rocks are going to commit their first foul of the ball game. It will be on Marshall. And we're back to man-to-man. Now they're man-to-man with a floater there, out there, and that's Zulu. Ball was on the floor. Devils going to move it down the court. Into the middle. Get to that opposite side.
Good pass.
Oh, I forgot about Kanai, which just came in the game.
Great pass to Woodson.
Shot, no good. I missed the basket there, Coach. I thought you said it was a good pass, and maybe we turned it over because the ball was moving the other way pretty fast. In the half-court set, left side, three-point shot, no good, taken by Woodson. Hustling down there was Humphrey. Pass down court. I'll tell you what, if you don't get back, Abby's going to get down and burn you, and he does with 2 points.
Yeah, get back on defense, transition defense.
Protect the ball, come to the ball, communicate. and get back. There's just some check marks right there, and we lost the ball on the sideline, and Rocky will get it back with 3:43 left in the first quarter, up 14-8.
I don't like the pace of this game right now. You're halfway through the first. You know, they're set up for a 25-point quarter.
And, you know, Coach, we talked about their first two opponents, and, of course, Coach Brunner and I talked today. He said they must not get many people for their tournament. I didn't realize they have a Thanksgiving tournament. So Chicago, Kane, and Hansberry, I think it's from Chicago area as well.
Yeah.
But this is a very good basketball team. Left side, shot from the corner. Wing, no good taken. A push inside. Marshall took the shot. Foul will go against the Devils.
Got caught behind Marshall and had to push him so he wouldn't get the rebound. So,
which is not bad if you're inside of him, especially because it'll be a bonus and a baby,
Well, and that's only our second foul, of the half. But, both of them are on, Mr. Griffith.
Left side, shot from outside behind the arc, and good. Zulu in again. Zulu Foxtrot. I'll tell you what, he's a good player. You got to find out where he's at. 17-8, 3 minutes left. There's a steal in the backcourt. Nobody was there to help. And an easy layup
there. Another turnover.
Zulu again. Devils are giving up a 7-point run here. Now, if 2 or 3 guys are near you, that means if you get the pass out, somebody should be wide open.
Yep.
Here's Humphrey with the ball. You got rocks all around him. Gets inside, kicks out. Humphrey, right wing. Check that Griffith. Griffith between the legs, being guarded by Abbey. Put Humphrey down low with Abbey on him. You got a stronger, he's the freshman, but he's strong.
Yep.
And Abbey might have good hands as the Devils throw it away. Turnover again for the Devils. 2:27 left in the quarter. Glad you're with us out here on this Friday night. Devils will travel to Deerfield, way up in North Chicago, almost to the Wisconsin border. Real close to Coach Pettit.
Not really. Not really.
Well, if you went across for about an hour or so, right? And so, thank you there, Rocky. Gives us the ball with 2:14 left in the first quarter. Down 19-8, but they're going to keep putting the pressure on. I got a feeling you're
going to that's the way they play. It's man-to-man, in your face, three-quarter court to full court, depending on, what the situation is in the game.
Did the same thing against us as well. Trace Ruth last year. Cross court, Woodson to the left side for 3. Went off. Leopard got a hand on the weak side. Outlet for Rocky.
A quick shot. I'd like to have him work a little bit more.
There's your Eurasian by Marshall. He goes for the layup. A 9-point run. And luckily we get a foul here. Abbey with his first. Second foul against Rocky. 2 and 2 on the fouls. Taking a break there is Eris Morgan. Devils in the backcourt. Kanai into the front court. Griffith has a shot from the right wing. Off the front of the iron, and here goes the Rocks. 2 guys were out before you could even get a Devil to turn around. Shot was good there, and that's Marshall. 20-8 in this one. 23, excuse me. I was up low on the board there after that one. I'll get my board back up here in a second. Another foul there on the Rocks. Rocks have their 3rd foul, sends Woodson to the line to shoot. Yeah, and the runs you got 2, and of course that's the defensive pressure doing that. The 7-point run by the Rocks to get the lead 9-6. And then that run of, ongoing here, 14 points unanswered by the Devils, and Woodson off the back of the iron.
Well, and, that's what you worry about with a young team, freshmen and sophomores, going up against an experienced team that's going to go man-to-man. Taking care of the basketball is of the utmost importance.
Coach, I think that one I missed there was the Marshall and 1. He did make that, didn't he, when we had that earlier?
Yeah.
So thank you very much there. Well, we just missed 2 free throws. There's 1:26 left in the first quarter. Devils back on defense now. Griffith comes out to that point of the 1-2-2 half court. Right side is Humphrey. Left side at the high post is Ruth. Down low, another substitute there as Lepper's in the low, as well as Trowbridge checking into the ball game. Carter made some good plays there in the game we were at. Shot from the left wing, no good from 3. Humphrey gets the rebound for the Devils. Humphrey across the timeline. He's going to take it all the way. And he comes to 3. Ball was tipped, went off his thigh and out on the Blue Devils. Back over to the Rocks. Yeah, I thought the sub was flying in there for a second. That was Abby waiting to come in. He thought it was international hockey rules. Right side 3, no good. Lepper gets a rebound. Is that his first high school rebound?
Yeah, I believe so.
From the left wing, Ruth had a 3, missed it. Griffith had it. Should have brought it down and went back up, but he tried to tip it. He missed it. But a nice job out there by Humphrey getting the ball, going to the hole. He got fouled, and he'll go to the line. Can I that sophomore. 41.3 left in this quarter. Foul was called on Avion Thomas, his first. 4th team foul against the Rocks. Abby's back into the ball game. Looked like Marshall took a break out there, waiting for him to sit down. Humphrey for another free throw. There we go, break it up. 1 of 2 for Humphrey.
Got to get a stop here.
Rocks in the half-court set. Looks like with 28 seconds left, they'll take the last shot. Jeremiah Jameson came in, number 0. He's out high with Zulu in the high post. You got Avion Thomas. And now a switch here as Abby comes out high. We're down to 12 seconds left in the quarter. Looking at the last shot. Abby drives in, up, goes hard to the hole, and Lepper came over to make the defensive play, but contact, and Brennan will have his first foul. We're heading to the line.
Way too easy on the drive. Way too easy. I mean, he split the 2 defenders. You got to have better communication because your on ball's got to stop that drive. So you got to readjust, who you're guarding, and stop that drive because you can't let him drive right down the middle of the lane.
And Lepper was there, but he had to come from the opposite low block.
Oh, yeah.
And so we let that penetrate through not only the top guy, but both the next guys there, next levels. Abby makes both of them. 25-9. The Devils are down.
I said they were going to have a 25-point quarter, didn't I?
Yes, you did. And the last shot of the quarter was Tim Griffith from the right corner. No good. And we have played 1 quarter here at the Rock Garden. Your score, the Rocks from Rock Island, 25, and your Blue Devils 9. We're back with the second quarter right here. Quincy High Blue Devil basketball on mechasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
And welcome back, Wellman and Pettit. First quarter went in. Dave was right. 25 is their average. That's what they got, that being the Rocks. Devils with 9. And we missed some free throw opportunities there. And that's a key, too. If you're going to play a team like this, then every time you get a chance, dead ball points especially, make them. 1 for 4 from the charity stripe in that first quarter.
Well, and, we had a couple of, fast break, good passes that, we didn't convert on. Realistically, it could be like a 25-14 game, but, you got to make those. But, a young team coming up here to the Rock Garden for the first time, kind of daunting.
Good news is you can put this together for the next couple years and remember it every time you come.
Oh, yeah.
Substitutions for the Devils coming out of there. Wilson Freiberg, by the way, checked in out there. And so Wilson's up at the top of that 1-2-2. Shout out to his grandpa, Mark Freiberg, out there. Talked to him today. Couldn't make it up. Inside shot, turn around, no good. Going to the opposite side, get the rebound, and the putback no good was Morgan. But the Devils do get the rebound. Try to go long and threw it beyond Freiberg where he couldn't get it, so another turnover. So checking the Devils right now.
See, that's the one thing I don't think the Devils want to get in that game. throwing the long passes, trying to get the easy layups and whatever. Walk the ball up the floor, run a good set, get a good shot.
Devils back in the half-court set. Freiberg at the point of the 1-2-2.
And I know that's hard with this young group.
Exactly. Humphrey is up top as well as Griffith. Shot taken, rolls around. Oh, stays on the back of the iron and almost stops and goes in. It was a three-pointer, I believe, wasn't it, Coach, by Abby? Devils get the ball inside. Freiberg gets the rebound. Good job. And there we go, breaking into the second quarter. That was Humphrey with the score. Take that lead off that basket. 28-11. Devils down. Rocks in the half-court set. Left side three, no good. Good weak side rebound, Trace Ruth.
Still too easy getting into the lane. Way too easy.
Ruth, the step over, brings it back out. So you got Humphrey at the point. Right side's Freiberg. Left side is Ruth. High post is Lepper. Cutting through to the baseline is Griffith for the Devils. Good cut down to Wilson Freiberg. He actually dribbled it once and then dribbled it again. Got away, but a nice try on the shot on the reverse. 6 minutes.
That's the one thing about Lepper's game that people don't realize. He can pass the ball. He's a very good passer.
Oh, and great shooter from three. Inside getting the rebound, and Morgan is tough. He doesn't look that huge, but he is 6'8". Kenai got his first. Humphrey, first of the quarter on either team. And remember this year, like last, 5 fouls, and that's a double bonus. No more 7 and bonuses anymore. Substitutions coming in. Lepper goes out, probably walking to see how that tendon feels. So you got Woodson in there on the low block now. Left side on the out of bounds play. Shot by Abby, no good. Weak side, Humphrey went through his hands. Marshall's back in. His shot's no good. Abby goes up high on the weak side and one hand with the tip.
So somebody's got to get a body on, 1-2-2. You got to match up.
30-11, inside 6 minutes and a half.
Oh.
Great job by Trace Ruth. He could have taken one more step, but he came to the pass. And when he came to the pass, that meant the rock coming up there high, and I will check when he turns. Zulu
got the foul. He was playing cat and mouse looking for it. Get it.
Yep, and if Trace doesn't come forward, Zulu steals, may dunk.
Yep. Well, I don't know. Zulu's only 6. I don't know if he's going to dunk or not.
Nice reverse by
Humphrey.
Humphrey.
Would.
And a good rebound from the Devils. Clausel. Actually, yes, Clausel's back in. Sorry about that, Jewels.
Once
Devils
again,
in half-court
Rocky
set.
out there at that, pressure man-to-man.
Really deep. Oh, and a bounce pass. And Woodson with great hands, and then ball just rolled out. Woodson with a great
cut.
cut.
3 of them like that.
And a great pass and cut.
Oh, yeah.
And he laid it up. It just came flying out of there.
Very impressed with the Clausel kid. He handles the ball well. He's always looking to make that good pass.
Devils on the foul. Their second. Trace Ruth, his first. Shout out to Grandpa Fred Nothold, Steve, the whole group. Chad, his dad, down at Quincy Fire Equipment. Got to talk to him, don't we? Here we go. Right side shot, no good. Inside, nobody there. Thank goodness that Joshua Jones missed the weak side basket and put back. Devils in the half-court set. Jewels to the right side. We'll come back out to Humphrey. Humphrey being guarded out there by Abby. Goes through traffic. And, Rocks let him go way too far in there, easy. And he got bumped, but they're going to call him on the travel. The official looked out at the other official.
That's one of those ones where you pull up from 12, do that little teardrop right there, and let the bigs go to the glass and get the rebound.
You pretend you're in the late 70s and it's Gene Oliver, and you go, blooper.
Yeah,
and people
I
go,
was
what?
thinking more like Chris Paul.
Oh, there you go, too. That's something for more the younger generation. Devils get a rebound. Trace Ruth with it. Outlet. Humphrey is not afraid of it. He took a double team, and he went into.
He went on the 6'8" kid.
Well, Zulu and Morgan. And so he ain't afraid of it. Well, I like that. Got the headband on. He wears a blue headband. More importantly, he'll head to the line to shoot 2. He was 1 for 2 in the first quarter. Foul was called on the other side on Zulu. They got him for 2 up on the board. Thank you, because I didn't have that extra foul in the first quarter. Always love our scoreboards that got all the scoring on it and all that. We can always double check ourselves. I got to get a score, too. The girls were down at Tipton today at the tournament. I have not heard how they did. I believe it was Olathe South, unless they changed that. First free throw, no good. It's 30-11 with 4:25 left in the half. 0 for 2. So this week, we're going to be practicing free throws a bunch. And that you can do on your own, folks. Rocks with a lead of 30-11 halfway through the second quarter. Set it to the left side. That's Thomas. Thomas will go back out. Of course, that's Abby. He wears number 1. And we went to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like that, Coach. Zulu skips it over to the left side. Now it's back to Zulu. He will pull. And Zulu, nothing but net. His second 3. He's got 12 in the game.
He's got 12, and Abby's got 15.
There you go. And a drive and stepping in, stealing the ball.
Another steal.
Rocky everywhere.
Oh, what a pass by Marshall.
Who was that, Coach?
Marshall to the big guy.
So Morgan got the bucket.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.
Great pass by Marshall.
I'm trying to really catch up on the score on the scoreboard. By the way, I will tell you that story about the black and gold at halftime for the people out there.
Another
it's
turnover.
A 7-point run, and thank goodness it was a
right
kick.
Back over.
Zulu did a little drop kick on that one. So with 3:17 left in the first half, Rocky 35, Devils 11. And the full court pressure comes. Good news is they've only scored 10 this quarter. Bad news is I think we've only scored 2.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you, this is going to help this team in the long run. You know, coming up here and facing this pressure with these athletes.
Yep, from the left corner. Good for 3. Tim Griffith from the left corner. He gets his first points. And, of course, that three-pointer is brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. I almost said Better Beds.
Too easy.
12th and Seminary Road. Foul on the play, Coach. I missed what actually happened as I looked away for a second. Adjusted my scoreboard, 37-14. Who made that last basket? I thought
Abby.
So Abby made the
Abby's
basket.
got 17, yeah.
And then we had a foul down here right away. Foul was called against Abby, so maybe it was taunting or something of that nature. Ruth, it's a technical, everybody's back, and Ruth is getting to shoot 2 shots. Trace connects on 1 of 2.
We're not doing very good at the free throw line, are we?
Not at all.
What, like 3 of 8?
I might only have 2.
2 of 8.
All right. 7-8. Humphrey made his first one, didn't he? Or second one to break that. Thank you,
yeah.
Coach. That's where I was
he
missing
was
that.
The one.
I missed one of Jada's last night, too, that kind of threw me off. Inside 3 minutes left in the half. Woodson has it right side. Got to come back out to Juels Clausel. Thought he had an avenue. Could have kicked that a little quicker. And Humphrey could have went a little quicker for that backdoor cut. And the pass was if you went quicker, because he didn't get there, we throw it away again. I wonder how many turnovers we got in the first. I don't want to know.
I'd hate to start counting.
Double digits, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he says.
Well, if I had to guess.
I would be with you there. 37-15. Rocky leads. They've got the basketball. Marshall on the left side. He'll go into the left corner. Pulling up for 3 in the corner. No good. Good job by Griffith. Zulu took the 3. Now getting double teamed to the backcourt. Come help, folks. Ball was taken away. Griffith had to foul. He was 2-on-1. Guys got to get down court, so Tim will have his first foul, and the Devils' third will send Rocks to the line. You know, you've got a double team there. We're almost under the basket. He needs help, and, of course, don't dribble and then pick the ball up. These are the things they're going to learn. It's like you mentioned, It's a young team out here. Thomas trying to get in the scoring column here.
Well, you got 3 sophomores and a freshman on the court now.
Yes, we do. Avion Thomas, he misses a free throw. You know, are they 0 for 3 in this one? Did Morgan miss both those free throws when he was shooting? I think he did there earlier. We'll double check it. And another miss. It's contagious. Woodson with a nice rebound for the Devils. 37-15, 2 minutes left in the first half. Devils. Woodson has it out in the arc. Just off the right elbow, but behind the arc. He'll get it out to Humphrey. Humphrey starts to make a dribble. Ruth with a great backdoor cut. Give Humphrey the assist. Nicely done. Now that's what we want to see, Coach. That was a sweet play.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do against against the Rocks, with them out there challenging every passing lane, so on and so. You got to do the backdoor cuts, dribble at them, go backdoor, and you're going to get some good looks.
Yep, on the overplays. Yep. Any team overplays you guys, there's opportunities, like Coach said, on the back doors, especially the wing or the corners. They go into 14 feet from the basket. He turns and he goes to the basket. Thank goodness Thomas missed. Woodson got the rebound, swung some elbows a little bit. No call. There's a good pass. Clausell finds Griffith. So Clausell, 2 back-to-back. Good passes, good cuts, good baskets.
To be honest, he should have 2-3 more assists with the passes he's had. He should be at about 5 or 6 now in the half, but got to finish.
Devils with their 4th foul. Foul was called on Salisbury, his 2nd. He's back in the ball game. Check that lineup with Griffith at the point. Clausell and Griffith at the high post. And down low is Salisbury and Woodson. Wonder how Lepper's ankle.
I think that's Ruth.
Shot from the side, no good. Wow, luckily inside of us was Zulu, and he lost the handle on it. Griffith got it. Tipped away from behind. Luckily, Griffith comes up, not Griffith, but Humphrey, and tips. But here goes the Rocks. Up, under, no good. And I guess, indeed, Zulu missed it, and the Devil went flying off the baseline, and that's because Avion Thomas gave a 2-hand shiver.
Yep.
His 2nd foul. The Rock Island football team was looking at him for an offensive guard with an extra 100 pounds on him. 55.4, close to 54, and 54 just came in. That's Brennan Lepper. So Clausell at the point, Ruth coming down, as well as Humphrey, Lepper, and Griffith. High post above the arc, Lepper. And they guard him because they know he can shoot. And there's a reach around. That looks like Marshall on the reach.
Not a good pass, though. You got Lepp outside, with the smaller Humphrey cutting down to the middle of the lane. Not a good pass.
And a bad pass and a steal. And now Lepper has to be the one beating the guys down the court. And it's not going to happen with his ankle, his tendon. Good news is the foul on Marshall, his 2nd, is the 5th. So we'll send the Devils to the line, and Humphrey's back to the line, where he is 2 for 4 on the night. Misses the first. After I hadn't said Kenai for a while, I thought, now what did I say last week? Because I know I didn't say it right. My apologies to him and his parents. He kind of surprised me. It was a new guy that we hadn't seen for. 2nd one, no good. Trace Ruth got away with a push on Morgan. Did you see that hand down on the hip? He did a little slight move. That's a senior there, but ball goes out of bounds off Ruth.
Well, when the guy jumps up to get the ball, it doesn't take much of a little nudge, to make him fly.
That's why I always said with shooters, a slight touch on an elbow or something like that. So as an official, I didn't mind calling that because it does alter the shot. Griffith in backcourt with 34 seconds, playing a little D. Devils 3-quarter court, 1-2-2. Rocks get across the timeline. They were in no hurry. They want to go for the last shot, but instead a good-looking shot. The 3 was no good. Lepper with the rebound. 20 seconds left in the half. Clausell pulls up. 3, no good. Darn, Lepper hustled so much that he overran the rebound that came out. Here come the Rocks. Morgan on the block. Good job of Ruth. Hands up, but I think he brought his hands forward. I wondered about that. I thought Ruth was up. Humphreys flew by and slapped him on the wrist. Our 5th foul, so that will send Morgan to the line to shoot 2. I wouldn't have minded 5 fouls in a quarter to be a bonus, but then keep the 7 fouls as a double. Obviously, we weren't sitting in those meetings when they discussed that for years. Shame is the Devils were just on a mini 5-point run that was unanswered by the Rocks until that free throw. Morgan, his 2nd free throw. So after missing the first 2, he comes back with 2 on this one. Makes the score 39 as we get down to 3 seconds.
Another
Devils going to try to put a shot up, and it was blocked back by the time we tracked it down, and that's the buzzer. So your halftime score, the Rocks 39 and the Devils 19.
Yeah, taking care of the basketball, especially in the first quarter. much better job second quarter. Only gave them 14 points. You ran your offensive sets, didn't turn it over as much. We only got 8, though, but that's a lot better than the first quarter.
Indeed. Hey, it's halftime coming up. Fans down there are getting excited about that. And, of course, they had the Hall of Famers here a little bit earlier. People out there shaking. And we'll come back for halftime as well. Up here from the Rock Garden, the Blue Devils are down 39-19. And, of course, you're listening to Blue Devil Basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the Dew.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles right now at Walmart for only $5.67. Choose any Pepsi product. That's a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles for only $5.67. Do the math. That's amazing savings.
Mecha Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecha Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at mechasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at Kunis Hyundai
and Kunis Honda of Quincy. As we wrap up another wonderful year, we just wanted to say thank you
to our friends, customers, and neighbors across the Quincy community.
Your trust and support made 2025 an incredible year for our Kunis family.
From our family to yours.
We wish you peace, joy, and safe travels this holiday season.
Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to the Rock Garden. Jeff Wellman, Coach Dave Pettit, as the score 39-19, Rocks with the lead. And it started off, the Devils got the first 2 points of the game. Rocks tied it. Devils got up 6-2 with a couple quick baskets, and then a 7-point run by the Rocks, and it's 9-6. Devils got the next basket. It's 1 point. That's the closest it'll be until we come back maybe, because then it was a run of 11 points. Check that 12 as the 3-point play was good by Marshall. Next thing you know, they hit a 3. They're up 23-8. Devils get a 1-pointer and then 2 free throws, 25-9 after 1. Second quarter, another little run there of 7 points by the Rocks. Got them up 35-11. The Devils did get a little run of 5 points when they were down 37-14. They scored 5 in a row. Rocks got the last 2 points of the quarter, and that's where we're at, 39-19. Your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, got to take care of the basketball. We kind of thought it was going to be like this. We first sit down and the Blue Devils, you have 3 sophomores, you have 2 freshmen, a couple of seniors that are getting the bulk of the playing time. And, playing against a team like Rock Island that is, starting 4 seniors and a junior that might be their best player, you got to take care of the basketball, and this is going to be a good learning experience for this team, coming out with this, man-to-man pressure, because they play with basically 4 guards and the 1 big dude in the middle. Hey, you know what I mean? So they're getting after it, 94 feet. And, first 2 games we had wasn't nothing like this, I can imagine. You know what I mean? So this is a good test for them, and they'll come away, and this team will get better, rest of the season.
And you got to remember, we talked about it before. It was a good ball team last year at the end of the year that beat our heck of a ball team. One of the best we've ever had.
Yep.
And then they loaded up with 2 more players. So we expected a very talented team. And I'm sure Coach worked all week long on a lot of pressure is going to come your way. You guys better be ready. But until you actually get in that pressure, you got no clue.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you can't duplicate that pressure, in practice. The way this team gets
unless
at
you
it.
bring in guys who, like back in the day.
Well, you used to bring in the college kids to come in and play
That's where I was
against
going.
you and say, okay, I want you to beat the heck out of them, and make them tougher and go from there. But I tell you what, this is a good lesson for them. They'll come ahead of this, the rest of the season.
Well, and it's like Pat Rafferty used to do that at Payson when he had that great group with Lentz and all them. Me, Ernst, Moore. I don't know if Brunner was in that. We brought up some good guys, and Pat would always say, here, I caught you guys up here on a Saturday or something, and it looks like everybody was out the night before, and then you just mop up my very good team. And I went, thank you, Hart. Egos feel good about that. So, hey, let's talk about the scoreboard for a minute. It's new, up at the top of the board. We like to have it there. It is nice. If you see, we got Rock Island in red. That's the color of the away team. Luckily, Gateway, Rock Island, and Rock Island were the first 3 games. We're in Pittsburgh Steeler colors. And, of course, that is the set color, and I know why it is, so that every team gets it, goes, well, who's got, other than the Steelers, black and gold? And so they get you to jump on the membership.
I remember a couple.
Yeah, so you can change it out. So, we're going to look for a sponsor, and if we get that sponsor, we can pay to change that to blue and white. So if you'd like to be that sponsor of the scoreboard, hint, hint, scoreboard, and I'm sure they're quite aware of it, give us a holler and we can make that change out there. Nice thing is there's no way to keep the time up there. There is a way, but not from the multitasking guys sitting here doing this. We took all that stuff off there. But, again, that's the scoreboard, and that's why we have black and gold. And, again, last night I talked about this in the girls' game. So I asked Andy tonight, Andy, what do you think about black and gold? He says, I hate it. I said, well, then, here was our deal. We're looking for a sponsor to change the colors, or you got to change all your uniforms to black and gold. All you got to do is get them black uniforms out and put a little gold on them. And so had our laugh, and then he moved on after that. So, hey, it's halftime, 39-19, Rock's lead. Of course, it's Dave Pettit and Jeff Wellman here. We're going to come back with more of the halftime and the second half of Blue Devil basketball, Western Big Six style, right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Get a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles right now at Walmart for only $5.67. Choose any Pepsi product. That's a 6-pack of 24-ounce bottles for only $5.67. Do the math. That's amazing savings.
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Back at the Rock Garden, Wellman and Pettit. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch in basketball in the day. I can tell you that for sure, especially if you're in the John Wood Intramural League that one year. Throw John Talkin, the Iceman, in there, and other than Chuck McNett from Payson lighting them up, that was a lot of fun. So, sorry, we'll go down a little memory lane here while Coach and I are sitting here at the halftime. Gotta love that. And, of course, as we mentioned, thank you to those sponsors who are aboard, and not to use this as a sales pitch, but folks, if you're out there, you want to keep all this action going on Mecca, on the boys and the girls, where we're the only venue, give us a holler here, okay? And then we'll go ahead and talk to you on that. So watch us. You know where we're at. And follow that Mecca Sports Co. vehicles. Coach Pettit's got them on his. I got them on mine. And, of course, I've got the Cunis Auto Group, the Cunis Mecca Mobile. Not to be confused with the Sleep Tight sponsor, which is, of course, that's the Mecca Mobile Studio, which we're sitting in here right now. And it's kind of nice and a little comfortable right up here. We're in our own little world. First time we've been up here. Most years we're down on a corner. Last year we were down in the far corner, and that's where a TV setup is going. And I can't think. I saw it earlier, and I forgot the name of it. I waved to the guy. Of course, they're there, and I think our local's still here as well, I hope. He's down behind the scoreboard or down behind the scoring table, and he's usually sitting up here. All right, so Coach is talking in the first half, Coach. What do you think he's been telling them while you're looking for some updates there? What do you tell your kids at halftime?
Well, take care of the basketball. You don't want to get into a running game with these guys. Make sure you're limiting the drives between these quick low guards that are taking the ball to the basket. You got to stay in front of them, and make them shoot outside shots. Now, if you challenge the shots, they make it. God bless and good luck. But you can't let them get into the middle of the lane for little 2-foot runners or making the pass for the easy basket.
Yep.
You got to do a better job. On-ball defense and take care of the basketball.
Pretty simple things, except when you're playing a very talented team.
All
all over
I'm going to tell you what, you're starting out 0-0. You had a better second quarter than you did the first, obviously.
And that's the key.
You know what I mean? Let's just go out there and compete.
Here we go. There's the Rocks on the court. It'll be Abby, Thomas, Zulu, Marshall, and Morgan for Coach Polite's team. Devils have the ball to start the quarter off. And a foul inside. I think Woodson was making a cut, and I think Morgan was holding on to him. So the first foul of the second half will go against the Rocks. Morgan's second foul. And Devils basketball. Now the lineup in this half for the Devils. Griffith throwing the ball in. Ruth right in front of the basket with Woodson. Left corner is Salisbury. Right corner, now cutting to the top of the key, is Clausel. Oh, a great cut, Jules. And I think Griffith ran out of time and threw the ball in and couldn't wait. And Jewels came in, grabbed the ball, went in, got fouled, and he'll go to the line. He bounced on his hip a little bit there as he's holding his hip. And a second foul on Morgan. I thought Morgan already had 2, so we'll have to double check who they gave that other one to. But they've got 4 players with 2 fouls. No, 5 players with 2 fouls.
Yep.
At the line, 7:52 here, just 8 seconds into the third quarter. 2 for 2 from the free throw line, Coach.
Yep.
Nicely done. I think they messed that up, though, didn't they? Are we up that high already? Did I make a mistake and write it? You know how I do that last night? I went from 30 instead of 40. Here we are, 39-21. Left side, no good for the Rocks. Griffith gets the rebound. That's what I did, Coach. Sorry about that. Right side, Clausel. No good from the 3. Morgan gets the rebound for the Rocks. Outlet pass. In hard. Looked like he was going to dunk it. No good, and no call either. Rocks still hustle for the ball. Shot no good. Good job by Trace Ruth on the rebound. Missed shot was in there by Abby. 39-21, just 1 minute in the third. Woodson pops out. 4 guys out high. Free throw line extended towards half court. Salisbury's in the left corner now, moving to the left wing. Man-to-man still coming from the Rocks. Woodson pulls up from behind the arc. No good, but it was a pass right there to Clausel. His shot was partially blocked. No good. Alley-oop, and there you go. Abby throws it up, and Morgan dunks it. That's the way they'll start off, 41-21, and they jump right into full court pressure man-to-man. Boy, a break there, and I thought maybe they called on Clausel because after Abby took the ball, but they actually catch Abby with the hand in the cookie jar. Abby's third, right, Coach?
Yep.
3 fouls on Rocky in the third quarter, 0 for the Devils. And by the way, it's 2-2 in this one.
Well, Rocky hasn't slowed down on their defensive pressure, that's for sure.
Humphreys in now for the Devils, and is Lepper. Lepper has it behind the arc. Griffith comes for a cut. Body. Oh, and Griffith with a good spin move, and the thing that made that move, Coach, is he brought it to his left hand. He got in. He usually could have went right-handed and got blocked, but that was a nice move from the freshman. (41-23). Foul was on the Devils. Trace Ruth, his second foul. First on the Devils in the second half. Rocky in the high post is Morgan driving into the hard. Dips in 1, 2, and 3 times, and Zulu scores. He went up, under, and everywhere, and everybody let him fly through there with a couple oles, but really the move made it happen.
Well, still, way too easy. I mean, you're guarding somebody, you want to keep them in front of you. They're going out at angles, which gives them that angle to split the thing, and you don't want them to do that.
Seal it. Slide down, you two guys, and pitch it. Now, if there's two guys there, Abby's going to try to complete the three-point play now. Misses it, but there's Morgan for a rebound, and Morgan puts it back up for the easy deuce. I got Morgan for 10 now. I'll double-check that in a second. And traveling by the Devils, so we're back to that turnover again.
Trying to do too much. Pulled out. 1-on-2, you're going up against 6'8", you're 6'2", pull it back out.
Devils with a steal this time. Salisbury with a good pass. Griffith with a good cut to the basket, so Tim, 2 in a row for him. Quickly down the other way. Shot taken from the left corner, no good. Morgan's in there. He'll kick it back out. Zulu in, up, under. Oh, that was a nice block. Somebody might have made some contact, but Leopard looked like he made a nice block there. Leper's second, team's third, so after 3 first fouls of Iraqi, we tied up 3-3 with 5:34 left in the third quarter. Shout out to Jim Bearden and Mike Moyers. Anytime I mention the time, I always love that. And the score, 45-25. First free throw was no good. Love to see that. One more for Abby. Check that, Zulu. All right, Zulu makes this one. Last one he missed. Well, he came in, got the rebound and the putback. 46-25. Devils bring it up in pressure. And Humphrey drugged the foot again. And, again, this is one of those simple things, and it's back to the basics, but you bring it across half court. Luckily, he didn't take it over where the sideline could trap him, but he brought it over, picked it up, and he can't go backwards.
Yep.
And when you try to go forwards, you drag a foot. Leper was trying to come out and help him. Devils in the 1-2-2. Griffith at the point. Salisbury, Humphrey at the high post. Leper, Ruth at the low post. Ball gets reversed from the right to the left. 3, no good. Ruth gets the weak side rebound. Abby missed the shot. Down the right side. The old dribble, try to pass the ball.
Yep.
I think on that one, Griffith wasn't open. Pull up for the 3, Salisbury. You got a guy inside maybe for the rebound. Give it a look. Nobody was out there on you. Salisbury goes out, though. Clausell, I believe, back in. Humphrey, Ruth, Leper, and Griffith. The lineup for the Devils now with 5:03 left in the third. Man-to-man still coming from the Rocks. They're not going to get out of that, so. Humphrey at the top. Leper's up there to help him. Ruth going to drive baseline. They like that play, and I've watched it in practice. Driving baseline, then going to the opposite corner. Problem there, the Rocks knocked it out of bounds. Great hands.
You got to be careful with the Rock because they're so quick and they get in the passing lanes. Can't do that all the time.
Nope. They'll see a little more.
And the dribble with, off the pass instead of making a good pass.
Inside, Leper's posting up. And hold on. This is wild. They called Leper for an offensive foul. But then the weak side official came flying in. I thought maybe Douglas called a timeout, but they said, no. He was pushing him away, and that's Morgan, and Morgan's called for the third one. Brennan's looking going, hold on, man. I had a nice post move there. I'm down here in the post. Let me make the move. And there he is. Makes the cut. Short hook. No good. Weak side rebound. Rocks. Long outlet to Zulu. And Zulu gets 1, 2, 3 bounces, and it goes in. Zulu's got 5 in the quarter. The other 4 go to Morgan. 48-25. Devils lose the ball. Coming back this way. Working left to right is the Rocks. In for the finger roll, and Leper went out there to take Marshall, and it almost caught it, but somehow the spin of the basketball got away and hit the backboard and went in. It was a good move. I'm not taking that away from him. 50-25. Being doubled up, the Devils. Ruth skips through a screen, goes all the way to the hole. Nice job, Trace. Kept his dribble going and went right through the pressure. That cuts into that 5-point run by the Rocks. 50-27. Baseline shot, no good. Leper has a screen out. He gets the rebound. Ball bounced back out to him. Pass down court. Oh, Clausell was right there, just couldn't get it up over the rim. Here comes Abby. Check that, Zulu. Hesitated, but then we let Morgan sneak around the side and get the easy putback.
Got to put body on that big guy.
Yeah, because he's already 6'8". You don't really need to just let him have an easy one. Devils do a
he's
good job.
very active underneath the basket.
Yes. Oh, and a great job there. Ruth shot the three. He missed it, but Lepper was there and got the tip, and it rolled over and thought it wasn't going to go in. So Lepp gets his first points in his high school career, and he makes it a 52-29 game. A quick timeout. We'll take a quick one. We're back with Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
And we're back here at, we never went away again. Pettit and Wellman. All right, 52-29, 3:15 left in the third. That 5-point run a minute ago by the Rocks, of course, we had it at 45-25, and not looking too bad this quarter. They're growing. Like I say, we knew this ahead of time, Coach. It was no surprise. Coach knew this ahead of time. I talked to Coach a little earlier, too, in the postgame the other night. I said, are you running more sets? Do you find yourself running more sets this year? And what I meant was the guy's being disciplined. Not that he never ran sets.
Yeah.
And, of course, in the pregame he said, yeah, and I ripped up about 4 or 5 of the sets right now. I went, okay, so we won't see those. Back to the action, almost 3 minutes left in the third. Devils, 1-2-2. Rocks with the basketball. We'll check the lineup in a second here. At the point, Clausell of the 1-2-2. Humphrey and Griffith at the high post. Lepper.
Blue Devils are out in the man now.
And tipped away. Trace Ruth did a good job of coming up. Clausell went down, and then the Rocks lost the ball. Other side into the game is Jamison. He wears number 0. Thomas still in there. Abby's taking a break right now as Marshall's in there as well. I think they threw in maybe one more sub at least, somebody who hasn't played. Evan Ellis, number 15, is in the game. And, of course, Thomas stays in the game as well. Get a little break. You'll see more guys for the Rock get playing time. And when you got a good team like this, your bench can get so much better because they're going to see time. Good defense. Devils doing a good job of moving it. There's a backdoor cut. Trace Ruth almost had the ball taken away, but he got the shot off. Long rebound came out. Zulu got it, throws it up for the lob, and throwing it down is Marshall from the weak side. Second dunk of the game there for the Rocks. That's what happens when you get a fast break and you get that weak side. Couple leapers out there. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Always stick around in the post game. Brought to you by Hardee's of 30th and Broadway, Brian Harms, and we'll also have the coaches' comments. All the fun stuff in the post game. Drive to the basket. Lepper got over there a little slow, and then he stuck an arm up, and that's a foul. Got to make that one more step to beat him to that point.
One more step, square him up, and let him bounce off of you.
Exactly.
You can't get to the
And for him,
side.
he doesn't have to take the charge and go down. No. Just having them bump into him and him not going anywhere.
Yep.
Head to the line for the Rocks. Avion Thomas. He was 0 for 2 in the second quarter. Finally hits one there. Breaks into the scoring column. Substitutions there. We'll check them when we come back yet to the action. Second one is good as well. 56-29. Inside 2 minutes. Pressure still there from the Rocks. In the backcourt. In the ball game, Avery Beeston. He came into the earlier game this year. And a steal. Should have been probably a push on Humphrey, but instead Marshall goes up and dunks the rebound. Pressure out high. Ruth beats it, or at least gets the ball across court. 3 was no good. Griffith with the save. And Ruth came. He was going to spin to get it down to Griffith, but Avion Thomas commits his 3rd foul before it happens. That should be the 5th foul. Devils have 4 in this quarter. Should be. And there's the horn and the guy holding it up. They're a little delayed as us. We're real time, baby. Should be Trace Ruth shooting 2. Ruth 1 for 2 in the second quarter. So I was going to mention Deerfield. That'll be a little bit different team. If I remember right from last year when they were in town, slower team. And I will not put White and slow in the same thing, but if I remember right, that's kind of a, putting them in a pigeonhole there, or pigeonholing them. Trace for his first one, no good. Free throw practice tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Of course, the Devils will stay here tonight, I think in Moline, and then we'll travel tomorrow to Deerfield. And Ruth gets 1 of 2. Trace now with 6 points on the game. Trace is going to get a break. Checking into the game, Wilson Freiberg. Freiberg was in the first half. So, Freiberg, Beeston. Why do I feel like Beeston doesn't look like Griffith? Going to the hole. Lepper comes to help. Lepper can hit the floor. Came over for some good help. Tim Griffith bringing it up. Hesitates. Nobody's going to pick him up. In the corner now. Wilson, take the shot. Oh, and a good look. Wilson started to go up for the shot, and he saw Griffith. Tim, if he would make 2 more steps to the block, it had been a good pass by Freiberg and a good basket.
I think Griffith was running through, and he was going to the other side, and then he decided to pass it.
And when he stopped, and he looked, Wilson thought it was there. Offensive foul. So Morgan, his 4th. Most of those in the second half, by the way. And being the double bonus with 56.4 seconds left in the quarter. Offensive foul, though, so we do not shoot them, folks. No change in the lineup for the Devils. Morgan took a seat, though. We'll give you who came in. Abby might have came in there. Devils get it across the timeline. Left side, Freiberg. Behind the arc. Still a hounding man-to-man Rock team. Humphrey comes over. He's between the circles. That'd be the center circle and the circle that used to be at the top of the key. Freiberg, a good drive to the hole. Ball was tipped, though. Wilson's on the floor. And I really like the hustle all the way around, and Lepper even got on the floor. He came in and jumped down. And we've got a scrum down there. Of course, at the wrestling moment last night, we mentioned the wrestling team was in Fort Madison. Not sure they're anywhere tonight, so but we'll give a wrestling shout-out to the Blue Devils. I still love that year we were coming back for basketball, and they had just won the conference title, and they were in Monmouth, stopping by at the convenience store. And they were quite proud. 34 seconds left in the quarter, 58-30. Rocks ahead of the Devils. Devils on defense. And the Rocks are going to hold it. Devils won't come out and put any pressure on Marshall yet. Coming up, I think Freiberg was holding on to Jones all the way from the block out to when he was going to screen. And Wilson his first. Team 5th, though. So off to the line with 22.5. Not really sure what was up there unless he just grabbed on, and as soon as he got separation, you saw the shirt being held on to. Anyway, Joshua Jones will get to go to the line. He'll shoot his first free throws of the night. Got my Mountain Dew handy up here. What's your favorite drink there, Coach, of the Pepsi flavors?
Water.
Water? All right. Do you like Diet Pep or Diet Mountain Dew?
No, not anymore.
Water. First free throw, no good. Second was good. 59-30. That was Jones now in the scoring column. Substitutions come out. Freiberg and Lepper go deep. Devils have the ball with 22.5. Griffith triggered in. Got it into Beeston. Back to Griffith. Tim at the sideline. All the way down. Griffith all the way in. Switched hands again. Nicely done. Ball just off the front of the iron. But I like the way he took it all the way. And you know, last year, he can shoot the three. We saw him in the state tournament. Also, inside was nice. We didn't see the ball handling out in the court like this because you had Parker Douglas and the supporting cast out there.
Well, he's looked very, very good tonight. You know, he's aggressive. Doesn't look like he's afraid. Not at all. Go up against, probably a state-ranked team when the first, polls come out.
Well, probably a good hustling summer and a lot of work there. Devils on their 6th. Well, they're past 5. It doesn't really matter. 2 free throws, no good. Lepper gets the rebound. 12 seconds left in the third. Don't give them a steal. Let's at least get the last shot of the quarter. Humphrey changed pivot feet, and they didn't catch it. Lepper inside Griffith. Good assist by Lepper. Nice cut by Tim Griffith. Griffith now was 6 in the quarter, 11 for the ball game. And that was sweet, Coach.
Oh.
And that's
I tell you what, that might be the best part of his game. You know, I know he posts up real well, right-handed, left-handed. You know, he could shoot the three. Their best offense might be getting him at the top of the key, kind of like a Jokic type thing. Let him catch the ball, make a move, take it to the hole, make a pass, do whatever. I think that could be very good.
For all you old school people, I'm going to go Jack Sickman. We're going to take a break right now. Hey, baby, it's the fourth quarter. Devils are down 59-32. Devils right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
You know, here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Welcome back to the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Jacksonville and Quincy. Thank you, Kevin and Dana. Fourth quarter starts. Devils are down 59-32. I'm updated. Devils have the basketball. It will be Humphrey, Beeston, Freiberg, Lepper, and Griffith. High post, Lepper working. Cuts to the basket, gives it to Griffith. From the right corner, Tim Griffith for 3. Lights it up, and of course that's brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com.
Once again, a good pass by Lepper at the kick out on the double team.
Devils stop the Rocks that time, get the rebound. Humphrey tried to make a pass down low. Luckily, hustling is Beeston. From the corner, 3, no good. Lepper's working hard, uses his hands, keeps it above his head, the short little hook, and Lepper with the bucket. See, that's the key when he gets the ball that close to the basket, Coach, and keeps it up. That ball's way up there. I don't care how high you can jump. You're going to have to climb his body to get there.
Well, and to be honest with you, that's a big part of the body. Gives him separation, you know, from the other bigs that he's going to play in order to put it in.
Coach, I'd love to see him, speaking of Jack Sikma, the inverted post, you know, step in, get your space, step back. With that ball above your head, what's nice about that, shot was no good there on the free throw line. Foul was on the Devils, by the way, Humphrey, his third. Was that just a one shot, or was that he made the basket and there was an and-one. Sorry, Coach. Who made the basket for Rocky on that one? I'll have to double check. I was looking down on that. I'm sorry, folks. 61-37. 7:08 left in this one. Devils with the basketball. Oh, ball bounced off the head, bounced off 2 other guys, and then standing there is the Rocks. You're already a good team, and all of a sudden then, boom, and a baby and-one is Abby gets the bucket. (63-37). Foul was called against Beeston, his second. First free throw, or the and-one was good. And it was Abby with the and-one. Very good job there. Sorry, they're getting my board up line.
Another turnover.
Yep, 64-37. Devils back on defense. Ball a little high, but a great job of saving it and then throwing it off Beeston was Thomas. Rocks basketball just inside 7 minutes. So we go up to Deerfield tomorrow. Then the Devils will come back next week, and on Tuesday off to Geneseo. So that'll be a better game for them. And the girls got snowed out last week, so we'll have a doubleheader here on Mecca Sports Co. So you'll be able to follow the girls at 5:30 on your home for Blue Devil basketball from the girls' side. And then we'll have the guys' side right after that. Devils get the rebound. Good outlet pass. Freiberg doesn't use the backboard, but Wilson gets it. So you can say, use it backboard, Freiberg, Wilson, but it went in, we're happy. Rocks, another rebound. And with his back to the basket, Abby flicks it up. It goes in, good shot. And he's got another and-one.
I think Abby's having a career game tonight. I don't know if he's ever, Last year for Moline, he wasn't their big scorer.
But didn't he have like a 30 game or something big in one of those? I'll have to double check because I think there was one game where he was pretty good. Humphrey, his fourth foul. Griffith gets the rebound. Yeah, I think there was one game that he just went nuts, and I think it was against us. But he can go nuts because we beat him. So he had good games, let's put it that way. Approaching 6 minutes, backdoor cut. And a backdoor cut, but a better move by Zulu, who once he got it, made a spin move to the basket for the score. 68-39, and still a little pressure out there from the Rocks.
Steal by Zulu.
And they do.
Quick hands.
And then Humphrey's going to reach on that one, and I think that's going to be 5 from Kenai. We've already got 4 fouls in this quarter with 6:01 left. Or did they switch it? Because I don't remember getting that many, but they did switch the other side. So with 6:01 left, Humphrey will foul out. He did get 3 points. Work on those free throws. He was 1 for 5, I think, on the free throws. 1 for 6, excuse me. 2 points. Good hustle, though, from Humphrey. I like the aggressiveness from the sophomore. Rocks with the basketball in the half-court set. Trying to shoot a shot from the corner. He waited for the defense to fly by. Abby missed it. Long rebound came out. Losing the handle on the ball was Abby. Devils basketball. Stick around. We'll hear from Coach after the ball game, too, and get a feel for what he thought about this one. We'll have some good questions throughout the year this year. Because, you know, again, we kind of got a little spoiled the last couple years. Good move inside by Wilson Freiberg. He went through 2 of the Rocks all the way to the hole for the bucket. Nice job, Wilson. 68-41. Devils back on defense. Lepper's out. Comes out a little late, but that's okay. Shot was missed. Good rebound out there. In the ball game, Naz Kelly with that one. From the left elbow. Beeston no good. Long rebound. Abby's down there. And that's, I'll tell you what, when you snowbird, you should miss a shot. And so I'm sorry there, Arthur. Beeston, top of the key. Passed up a shot. Brings it back out to Freiberg. That really was a sweet move by Wilson. He's gone to the hole more in the last couple years. He's developed his game. Good pass inside. Beeston made the cut. No good. Here come the Rocks. We're getting some good looks close. That's a good thing. Inside, 5 minutes left in this one. 68-41. Trying to go inside on Morgan. Lepper stand with him. And then a neat little shuffle around Lepper's waist because nobody stuck with Marshall, who went in for the bucket on the backdoor cut. But then on the other end, Lepper with a quick one. Good pass from the Devils, too. And Lepper gets the bucket there. Way to keep that ball up. Lep's got 6 now.
That would go along probably 6 or 7 rebounds also.
Nicely done. Of course, you like that size in there. 70-43. Get my adjustment there. Devils had the ball. We're coming up halfway through the fourth quarter. Shot was no good. No rebounder down there except for one lone man, so here comes the ball going the other way. Lepper has a hold of the ball a little bit. Morgan tried to take it to him. Devils with a weak side rebound and trying to go down the line with a steal. Up, under, and another potential three-point play as Marshall goes up. Once he gets up, leave him alone. There's no reason. He's already at the basket. We don't need to give him another one. That's how you build these scores up. Get fouled like this and then keep running them up. Foul was called against the Devils. Emmerich Batley into the ball game, his first appearance and his first foul. 5 on the Devils in this quarter, so the last 3:51 will be 2 shots, so the Devils really don't need to foul because that's how you can get this thing out of hand. Good job, Batley, screening out on the rebound. Devils coming down. Beeston pulls up. Nice little floater. That's the shot we're looking at. Beeston, his first bucket. Nice shot. But from the right side, coming down is Marshall. Marshall drills the 3.
Rocks up by 30 with 3:25 to go, 75-45.
Caught up there on the board there for folks. Freiberg has it on the perimeter. Stops at the elbow, looks for help. Skips it right side to Batley. Batley has Marshall on him. Freiberg comes to screen. There's the roll we like to see. And a good fake by Wilson. Come on, give him that last bounce. Ball tipped 3 times on the rim. Wouldn't go down. I thought Rocky knocked that out of bounds. And we are at that running clock now with 3 minutes left. Thanks, Coach. I didn't see that. That's kind of a good thing, though, because you can't score then. But a bad thing, because like I say, when new guys come in, you really like to have the guys play, and give them a chance.
Oh, yeah. Give them a chance, get out there. And
speaking of that, Carter Trowbridge in the game wearing number 15. Batley stays in, Freiberg. Beeston's been in there. And looking at the weak side, who did I miss there? Oh, Naz Kelly, thank you. Driving baseline, help was there. A foul probably should have been called, but that's all right. The Rocks have it out here. A little bit of the Rocks got a little red hair on this one. Jonas Cortez and the Devils with a steal, take it down court. And we got a foul. Good take. Trowbridge did that the other night, and he good hustle out there, hit a three-pointer from the right corner. That was some nice stuff.
Good steal, and, took it down the whole hard and got fouled. Got a chance to get on the board.
Cortez gets called for the foul.
Oh,
and they're going to say it's on the floor. So, sorry, Carter, you're not going to get to shoot this time. Only 2 team fouls this quarter for the Rocks. Yeah, because he was shooting, I thought.
Yeah.
Clock still runs. Come on, Devils. Make some good things happen in the last minute and 30. Batley, good crossover dribble. Good take. Go off the glass. He did. Went a little long, though. I like that move. Weak side was tipped out. Devils will get an out-of-bounds play as the clock keeps ticking away. And I mentioned Cortez. He's got red in his hair. He doesn't have red hair. He's got a dye job.
Yep.
So, ball goes inside. Batley under the basket and in the lane. Wow, nice idea with Trowbridge cutting, but he threw it down with a short bounce, hit him in the shin, and out of bounds. 1 minute left. 75-45. Glad you've been with us tonight. Again, these Devils will be fun. And if you're a Blue Devil fan, much like if you're a Cub fan like me or a Cardinal fan like Coach, you stay with your team no matter what. Batley with a steal. Oh, gosh, Emmerich, I'm sorry. He lost the handle as he was going up. A great steal. That's all right. Keep putting that up there, Emmerich. 35 left. As we told you, stick around for the Hardee's postgame show. Coach's comments brought to you by the QHS Auto Group. We've had a couple guys having some good games for us within the loss. Nice job by Batley, cutting across. Him and Trowbridge were both there, knocking the ball out of bounds. Rocky, if they hurry, might get a shot with 14 and counting. Devils could get a steal and might throw one up. Beeston, hounded. Oh, backdoor cut. It was left go. They're already jamming to the music. They turned on the music early. And Rocks go ahead and let it run out. I was wondering why the music was coming on. They were all ready to put celebration mode in there. But the buzzer does sound. The Devils will be 1-2 after this one. The Rocks will improve to 3-0. Your final score will be 75-45, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, kind of what I was expecting tonight. You know what I mean with, a loaded Rocky team versus a very young, inexperienced Blue Devil team. But once again, the experience that these guys are getting now, oh my goodness. Blue Devil fans, you ain't going to have too long to wait.
And, Coach, talking about this night, too, this team, even though they play a couple teams out of Chicago, might not be, top level. We have a couple, too, every once in a while. 100 points. I got to tell you, after 25 in the first quarter, 14 points given up in the second quarter, we're back to 20 in the third and 16 in the fourth.
Well, with
75.
the running clock,
right.
3+ minutes.
But 75 and 100, there's a 25-point difference there.
Yeah.
They might have got to the 80s, but the Devils got to – I'm not going to say they're going to feel good about only giving 75.
A couple things you need to look at. Taking care of the basketball. If you do that, that cuts back because, the Rock Island's, transition offense off of their steals, they got a lot of easy looks. If we take care of the basketball, I think good things are going to come. But we got to shore up the defense too. Especially them driving in between the seams and all that stuff. You got to be better on ball.
I agree there, Coach. You can hear more about this in the post game with Coach and I, the Hardy's post game, and then, of course, Coach Douglas will be up to talk as well. That'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Thank you for joining us, but stick around. The post game is here in just a second. Your final from the Rock Garden. The host, Rock Island Rocks, 75. Your Quincy High Blue Devils, 45, and it's Quincy High Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Back at the Rock Garden, it's the post-game show brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. Brian Harms, stop in tomorrow morning, talk Blue Devil basketball. Also, I was waiting for some updates as well. We talked about the Western Big Six and Moline.
I couldn't find anything.
Moline's 2-1. Thank you there, Shuck Daddy. And it wasn't Olathe South, it was Omaha Westview. And I wondered when Coach Dance said something last night about Nebraska, but on the original schedule and on the QHS website, it listed as Olathe South. That's fine, though. Girls lost 61-56 to Omaha Westview. So a tough one there. They'll be back again tomorrow, and I believe it's White Station, Tennessee. So a couple good games. And, of course, the Blue Devils from the girls' side, they're working hard. And as I told Coach last night, we're talking about the conference title and some of those long range. But they're only working night by night. And their whole thing is improving and playing the best basketball. So when they get to postseason, we can get out of that conference, that Southwest Conference, with a regional win.
Yeah, that's that should be their goal. I mean, they've had good years the last couple of years, winning 20 games each year, if I'm not mistaken.
For the last 3.
For the last 3 years, but you go down there and get out of that regional. Whatever team gets out of that regional usually brings home a state trophy. You know what I mean? Because you had Alton in 1 year, O'Fallon won it 1 year, So, yeah, I mean, whoever gets out of that regional down there usually goes a long way in the state tournament.
Indeed. Hey, we're waiting for Coach here and the coach's comments. Of course, this game started off, Devils got the first 2 and led 6-2. After 25-9, we're down. Halftime then, Devils were down, but only gave 14 in the second quarter, 39-19. Third quarter, 59-32, and it ends up 75-45 on there. Tell you what, we're going to take a quick break so I can count some scores and some numbers out here, and we'll give you that when we come back. You've been listening, of course, to Blue Devil Basketball, MechaSportsCo.com.
Cunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecha Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Cunis Honda.
And Cunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Cunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Cunis makes it easy.
Mecha Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecha Sports Co., MECCASPORTSCO, And you can also find us at mechasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
And welcome back here. It's the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight, Better Bed, Less Money, Jacksonville and Quincy. I tried to get on the board and match my scores with the scoreboard up there. I did not. I believe Arthur Abbey, coach said, had 24. 4 guys were in double figures on that side. And, you know, I tell you, that's a lot of fast counting. I'm going to have to hold off on there. I'm looking on the Devils side. All of our scores look good. But I'm missing a few points, so I will double-check that in the next break.
Ended up with 16.
Oh, thank you, Coach. Well, there'd be 2 of them there. And I don't know how I missed one of his buckets. Tim Griffith had 16, led the way for the Blue Devils. I had Lepper coming off the bench with 6, and I also had Trace Ruth, the starter, with 6. Woodson with 4 all in the first quarter, and he wasn't around much after that. And, of course, Clausell had 4, and Freiberg had 4. And then after that, I had Beasta with a bucket, Salisbury with a bucket, also Humphrey with a bucket before he fouled out the 6:01 mark. And I'll do some double-checking to update my book tonight. I don't mind missing there a little bit there as long as the scoreboard on the screen is okay.
We have one final. Moline beat East Moline 40-37 at the Panther Den.
So it was at the Panther Den, 40-37. Moline with the victory by 3.
Yep.
You know, even after Abbey left, Moline was still a good ball team.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Moline team that I saw play against the Notre Dame Raiders first game of the year, Notre Dame's going to be a handful. I don't know if they're going to be 2A or 3A this year, but they're going to be a handful. I mean, they got some length, some athleticism. They're going to be a fun team to watch also this year.
I'll do some double checking on the other side. 4 guys in double figures out there, and of course that's Abbey, Zulu, Marshall, and Morgan. Coach had Abbey for 24 before I get that out there, before the board went down, and I also had Marshall for 20, and I think Zulu was 19. So they're all
yeah.
They were all right there.
Yeah,
and
I think the big boy I know he had a couple of dunks in the fourth quarter, so I think he was probably at about 14.
Yep, I had him for 12, but I know I'm off a couple points over there, which is fine. I will double check that. I want to get my box score there, but big score up there, 75-45, doesn't change at all.
No.
So, and then I'll get that trip to go to Deerfield. And, this, like you said, I love the road trips, too, just like the girls are down there at Tipton. They're getting bonding time, too, for the team. So, again, once you're done tonight, you get to go, to the hotel, spend time together as a team, get on the road, drive to, North Chicago.
Shower, get some food in your belly, get off your feet, get ready to, go give, another very good effort. And there's nothing wrong with their effort. You know what I mean? They played hard tonight. Just Rock Island was a little bit better ball club.
Oh, much better. They're a good-looking ball team here. There's no doubt about that. So, 75-45, postgame still looking for Coach. I don't know if did you see Coach come up at all yet? Because, of course, he's got to go right next to us as well. So, with that, we'll take another break in the Hardee's postgame show. Come back, and we'll eventually wrap this thing up here from the Rock Garden, right here on mechasportsco.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get us biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
And we're back here at the Rock Garden. I know I got to watch it. We're always back here. That means we left the ads and came back. We don't leave and come back, actually go anywhere. Pettit and Wellman out here tonight on my second look at the Devils. Of course, we had that look last week on Saturday night. Coach Longo and I joined that one there. And, of course, you were down last night for the Rocky. 2 days in Rocky, which was kind of nice. Now we get a couple days off, and we get to wait till Tuesday night where we head to Geneseo for the doubleheader. And we'll be there for both, folks. So join us, the true spot for the Quincy High Blue Devils from the girls' side at 5:30. And then the game after at 7 o'clock will be the Devils. Wednesday will be off. Thursday we go back up and talk about a game here. The girls go to Galesburg. 6-0. Herschen Rotters the triplets, saw them in volleyball. Not bad in volleyball, but better in basketball. And so Galesburg looking pretty good out there. And then on the weekend, it's a Sterling weekend. Friday night, Quincy High boys take on Sterling at home. And then on Saturday in the afternoon, the girls over at their gym will take them on. So a good look at Quincy High basketball. And as Coach mentioned, also across the way, we'll be seeing the Raiders and Lady Raiders at times on the road. And, of course, Coach Orrin last night, I think was it a victory the other night? I got a late one on Frank Cash over West Hancock, who was a good ball team. So good luck to Crosstown, too. Again, when you're in Quincy, you're everybody, and that's why Mecca Sports Co. is.
Basketball's king in Quincy.
You got her, and, of course, love doing it, too. So, hey, still waiting here for Coach to make his way up here. And now this is one thing, Coach Pettit, that I think will happen this year a lot more, us waiting. And the reason we'll wait is Coach will spend more time breaking down.
Well, with his young team, you've got to, teaching moment. That's what it is, because coaching is basically teaching. So, he's going to take a little bit extra time and, keep their heads up because, I saw a lot of good things tonight with this young group.
I agree, and we saw some good cuts, good passes, and you mentioned, of course, if we can get Lep to look at, who do you like? I got Sigma. Who's your new guy that you like so much?
The Joker out in Denver.
Okay, I do know who they are.
MVP last 2 years. Triple
double. I'm old school. I'm still old technology. I'm not that bad that I don't want to watch the young stuff. But the game got so sloppy for a while that it's gotten better.
I mean, Lepper's passing ability. I saw him over the summer. His 3-point shot looks very, very nice. To where if you catch it, let him catch the ball at the top of the key. Shot fake, dribble, get it to the hole, make a pass. You got cutters going. I think he could be a weapon, outside at the 3-point line. Then get him down low too, because, he catches the ball. He's such a wide body. That gives him space to do what he wants to do.
And here you go. We're done with Rocky on the road. Both the girls and boys got them done in one weekend. Usually it's late in the season. Yep. And the next time we see Rocky at home, it's Friday of the Quincy Shootout. Eric Stratman's got him on Friday. That's a heck of a game and a good chance for the Quincy fans and all around to see this good-looking team. It's going to be, hopefully we'll see our progress between today and that date. That'll be a good one. Now, there are going to be like 4 games, 2 each day, that will be out at John Wood Community College. And that is basically because those are from the Nike League, aren't they? Teams that are not in the IHSA or sanctioned, I guess it is. Without going into it, all I know is the IHSA came to Quincy, and we're talking, and in the discussions, they ended the meeting real fast, and I'm not sure, but it looks like those teams will be at John Wood Community College on the first night. And, of course, there are games in St. Louis. He always has one down at Vashon, which is good, and we thank all that hard work for the Quincy Shootout. A lot of play between now and then, though, and, of course, the Sophie Cunningham will be coming up, too, back then, later in the year, too. But we got a lot of basketball. We got Christmas. We got Collinsville. We got the State Farm, both the Raiders and the Blue Devils from the girls' side. So lots of basketball this year.
Yeah, I mean it's it's a full pack season, and you're going to see some very, very good basketball.
I just looked at our partner, asked him if he wanted to talk with us. So we're going to give Coach one more second here. And if not, Coach Pettit has given some great comments, or your coach's comments, as we've always done in the pregame or post. If we miss a coach, something happens, they can't get together.
Well, they're just now walking
We've
out,
always gave a coach's comments. And so out there, and Andy now is making his way up here, so I'm going to stay. I mean, we're even the nice thing is, well, nobody does anymore. Like, you don't have to go back to your radio programming or anything of that nature. So, anyway, Coach Douglas makes his way up for coach's comments, and, of course, those are brought to you by.
We paid all the bills?
Yes, we have, amazingly enough. We've actually overpaid the bills, which I like, Yep. Hear that, sponsor potentials? All right. Now, I can tell you what, if you only saw us here, I'm in an easy chair, but it's the only room for me to get in and out of here. I'm hoping Coach Douglas can make his way up here. Are you off? Okay. Thank you, Mark. Coach Douglas, here he is. Coach, how are we doing tonight? When Coach Pettit will give you his headset, as you know, before the game we had a little issue here, and we didn't tell anybody, but our headphone box, the cord snapped. So Coach Pettit this whole game and I have been talking without hearing each other. We pulled a headset off, so same way with you, Coach, you might want to free that one ear up there. And so if you like the broadcast, we're pretty well at adapting. Speaking of adapting, you worked all week at practice. And we talked about how do you copy the defense of the Rocks without going out and get some college kids or your former players, because that's the quickness of the game, and it's kind of hard for subs to imitate that in a week practice.
Well, it is. It's tough, when you're going up against this level. It's tough, and you try to emulate it as much as possible. We did probably 5 or 6 different transition defense drills and looked okay, but when you're going up against this quickness, it's a totally different level.
And when we do that, Coach, like you mentioned, you get into traffic. It's a lot of the little fundamentals, but it's a young team, and they have to learn these things. Guys coming back. I mean, all the things we could check off, and we mentioned you're late getting up here is because you got a young team, so you have to talk to them more in the post game and really keep those attitudes high.
Yeah, and understanding it's a learning process. At some point, whenever that is, at some point, it's going to happen sooner rather than later. We're not going to care if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. We're not going to care if you had 2 minutes or 0 minutes last year. Like, all that needs to be thrown out the window, and we have to get to a different level of toughness, both mentally and physically. This is our young guys, immature guys in a lot of ways, and we've made some big improvements, but obviously, still have a ways to go. We can't beat ourselves in games like this, and Rocky won, but we didn't help them by not sprinting back on defense, getting all the way back to the paint, giving up rebounds that we're just staring at and not competing, and then offensively, just sloppy. Is all get out. Can't get to our spots. The ball's on the sideline. Guys aren't in the middle. All the things that we practice, but like you said, it's a little different when you step in and play. And for us, it's going to be taking small things, little things. Next game is going to be we're going to pinpoint one thing, and we're going to have to get better at that offensively. And then one thing defensively we're going to have to improve on. And this team will get there. It's just, not as quick as I want it to be.
I saw some good things out there the night, as we went along. Give up 25 points in the first quarter, on pace for Rocky to hit 100. We only give them 75 if that's a consolation. But as we got along, I see, Trace Reith worked hard. Tim Griffith had a nice ball game and a lot of good pass and backdoor cuts on there. And then even Lepp came in, stayed around the basket. If he can keep the ball up high, I like Sigma. He likes Joker both ways, to make the pass up high or take his three-point shot. But those keep good things out there. And even some of the guys who came off the bench made some nice plays.
Yeah, there are plenty of, good out there. There's a lot of good out there. And I have to do a better job of highlighting that. A lot of times my focus is on, I always am in the mindset of, we're just not good enough. Even the last 4 years, just being in the mindset of, we're not good enough here. We got to do better. Yeah, we got a couple, but we need 4. If we only had 5, we need 7. It's like, and I have to do a better job of stepping back and highlighting the highlights that this group has, because they need to hear it. They need to hear it from not just me. They need to hear it from each other. And, I think that's when you know that you have a tight-knit group, and we're getting there. It's going to be a slow process, but we can't beat ourselves in areas, and I thought we did that on both sides tonight.
Yep, and as a coach, you're also a teacher, and that's the whole thing in coaching and teaching young people not only to improve their game but improve their life.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a big part of it, and this is a learning. This is definitely a learning opportunity in a lot of different ways. You can't lay down. We got to have guys that are going to go out and fight. We might lose games. We're going to lose games this year. That's a part of it. I think the best teams are teams that learn from it, are able to put it behind. I heard one of our freshmen, Brendan Lepper, that said it there. He's like, hey, this one's over. We got an opportunity tomorrow. So that mindset's going to go a long way for us. We got another road trip, second road trip of the season. See how well our guys can compete.
And, of course, coaching staff, too, learning this year as well, kind of readjusting your style of coaching and how we've learned, getting used to having that talent out there, which is a good thing for us. I mean, that's really what we want.
Absolutely. I definitely have to adjust a lot, otherwise heart might explode on the sideline. So,
weren't we talking about that a couple of years ago?
Yeah. Just got to continue to pray and ask for patience, and I think I've done a better job of that so far. But this is a good group of guys. It's a group that's learning. They're learning how to play hard. They're learning that you can't there cannot be possessions that you jog on offense or defense. If you do that, you're giving possessions away, and we'll get there.
Awesome. Well, hey, get a good night's sleep tonight. Nice drive up to Deerfield. Have a good game there. If you would, please send both box scores tonight, too. I got to double-check mine. I'm missing a couple points. But that's okay. I'm multitasking out here.
Sounds
That's all good. But good luck to the Devils, and then we'll catch you next week as we do the doubleheader at Geneseo, girls, boys. That'll be interesting. We'll never have that. I know Missouri has it, and everybody's talking about it in Illinois. The boys and girls will always be separate. I'm sorry, because you got to get your JV teams, and we're happy with that in the Western Big Six.
Absolutely.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach. We appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
You got it. And that's Coach Andy Douglas. Of course, the coach's comments were brought to you by QHS Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. We're going to hear from them, and then we'll come back to wrap it up in the Hardee's postgame right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at Kunis Hyundai
and Kunis Honda of Quincy. As we wrap up another wonderful year, we just wanted to say thank you
to our friends, customers, and neighbors across the Quincy community.
Your trust and support made 2025 an incredible year for our Kunis family.
From our family to yours.
We wish you peace, joy, and safe travels this holiday season.
Merry Christmas and a very happy New Year.
Back at the Rock Garden, we're the only ones here, and Mike Elmendorf, the athletic director, is going to be saying, "Are you done yet?" Because yesterday, we were the last people. By the way, Mike Elmendorf, if that name sounds familiar, the athletic director, was the offensive coordinator at Quincy College football, 88 or 89, 90. It was after Terry Lichtenberg, and of course after I left as well. But we've connected and talked about that as well. He asked about Randy Dickens the other day, and all that good stuff. So thank you, Mike Elmendorf, and all the people up here at Rocky. We'll try to treat you just as nice when you come down there at Quincy High Blue Devil Gymnasium.
Hopefully it's not as nice as 75 to 45 though, but you know what I mean. We'll do the best we can.
All right, Coach. Last thoughts on tonight's game.
Like I say, it's the first time I've had a chance to look at them. Very, very young team. Going against a seasoned, I think, state contender if they stay healthy. In 3A in Rock Island. I think they were a little shell-shocked to start the ball game with. Came back second quarter, played them halfway close. But just too much, athleticism and too many very good players on the other team.
Thank you, Coach. That's Coach Pettit. And, of course, been a fun night here, Wellman and Pettit. As you heard, we have a couple nights off here. Go up and listen to Deerfield for tomorrow night. And, of course, the girls tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. down there in Tipton. And there's a streaming service that does that free. And I don't have it, folks. And if I find it, maybe I'll send it to you. We'll put it on the Mecha Sports, so you can go check that out. I didn't get a chance to call them today, see if we could come down, but it probably would have been audio only.
Yep.
And if it's available after we've made 2 trips to Rocky, and you get home in Rockford, I think we can take a night. But cheering on both those teams as well. So the final here at the Rock Garden. Devils go to 1-2 now as they lose 75-45 to the host. Glad you've been with us tonight. It's Quincy High Blue Devil basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com. Good night, everyone.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.